Can I talk now? Can I talk? Am I allowed to talk now?
You
okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Talking Sci-Fi. I was instructed not to talk until Louisa sat down. Louisa sat down. We can get the show started. My name is Ian Kaplan. I am joined by, of course, our co-host and slightly injured Lee Ferguson.
For the first time in person in a while.
First time in person in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. Louisa Davis.
Heyo.
And Will Barton.
Hey, everybody.
Well, actually,
Will, you don't have to share the screen with anybody this time. You can.
God,
Will Barton.
You can.
Oh man, look at me! I'm all... Hey, everybody, how's it going? This is amazing.
I don't have to stress about everybody being equal on the screen. You can get more.
That's awesome.
We can.
This is nice. This is nice. Although I feel, is this a YouTube episode? Where
Yes.
Like, I can see my face. I'm sorry. I look like this all the time. I can't do anything about it.
You beautiful son of a bitch. It's okay.
You know what you should do? Since Will's got freedom of the screen, we should move him at different increments of the episode.
You should
just to
float his head around.
like the old Windows. Like,
I think I can. I'll look into it.
Like, Boogaloo, I'm over here now.
It's good to be back, though. It's good to be back with Ian and Louisa with us here all together here in the unfinished basement of Talking
Hasn't failed us yet.
Sci-Fi. So we have the three OGs and our
Where it
entire
started, right?
production staff.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast started in this room, right?
Literally did. Right there.
Right over there.
On the other side of that.
I don't like that anymore. I don't want to be an OG at anything anymore.
Sorry, buddy.
It's weird when you're like the old man and you can like, back in my day, you know, like,
Yeah, well,
it's weird because
that's where we
I don't
are.
know.
You're an OG, and that's who we are. Where we don't have we don't have Matt, Jake, Chris. We certainly don't have Scott or anybody else. So it's just the OGs and the entire production staff.
we got to start telling OG stories like, back in my day, if I wanted to listen to my CDs, I had this cassette adapter. And then the CD player lied to you because it said vibration control, and that didn't do shit. And it didn't.
I'm sure we'll do a back in episode 9.
back in
In
episode
year
4.
2024.
Back before we had audio equipment and just used the phone.
Back in episode 4 when we tried to record a
Going for
podcast.
over 2 years. I mean, that's wild.
Yeah.
My God, yeah. We literally recorded with a phone, with another phone
Yeah.
doing the music, and it was hilarious.
It's fucking wild,
good
actually.
stuff.
I'm trying to fuck with our...
Our background, of
The
course.
There we go.
background.
Top
There we
notch.
go.
It's top notch.
It's all
here
top
on
notch,
Talking
ladies and
Sci-Fi.
gentlemen.
I mean,
You know what it is?
state of the art.
It's YouTube paused on our title screen.
You're getting.
That's
the
what
very
we
best.
are here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Talking Sci-Fi
You're
is.
getting the very best.
Speaking of
Hey,
what
look,
Talking Sci-Fi
We
is...
save all this money for our people
Right.
so that they don't have to pay ridiculous amounts of money for like Patreon and stuff. This
Correct.
is all
Absolutely
for you
not.
folks.
This is free.
We're not
This-
cheap because
right.
we want to be.
Nope.
We're cheap for you.
We're cheap for you. We're doing
Speaking
it all
of
for you.
everything that Talking Sci-Fi is, in our previous episode, Movie versus Movie, that was supposed to be the whole episode of Movie versus Movie, which ended up not being the whole episode, and in fact, half.
But between it already
Technical
being so
difficulties.
long and technical difficulties, we just...
It did run long, though. We didn't anticipate 32 movies going battling
No,
to go
was
that
it.
long. And then at the
But
break,
it was fun.
I think
It was a great episode.
we were
was good.
about an hour, 20 minutes or
We
so
were an
at
hour
the
and
break.
20 minutes in.
So
yeah, about. Yeah.
obviously, we don't want to go 2,
Yeah.
3 hours an episode here, but we're back with our part 2 of Movie versus Movie. And what we have right now tonight for you is the existing 16. 16 movies going head to head to get to the number 8 spot.
You know, I feel kind of bad because the other guys aren't here.
I know,
Right.
but you know what?
It's a skewed vote. Like we end the vote. Here.
we had 6 voters on the
Right.
original 32 movies. This
We
time
did.
we have 4 voters. But you know what? The average is still going to be the same.
Talking Sci-Fi redistricted.
The average is going to be the same. We're still 4 different people voting on iconic movies, some of the best in science fiction history, and we're going to take 16 to 8, 8 to 4 to 2, and then we're going to have our winner. And it's going to be literally just the law of averages of opinion.
Which, by the way, because none of us said this in the last video, but before we continue, with every one we do, put in the comments what you would have selected.
Yes.
It's not about y'all, but I'm
Oh,
curious.
yes, please do.
Yes,
I'm curious what
very
everybody
curious.
else would have
Well,
been saying.
That would be fantastic.
I also pushed out a memory that you compared Interstellar and The Last Starfighter. No, Interstellar and Jaws.
Interstellar and Jaws.
Yeah.
Until I caught the TikTok that you edited.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, Christ, that's right. That was one of the comparisons. Sir, you are downright evil.
I know.
Okay.
And you know what? The giant surprise
gonna
was
get worse.
that Jaws won over Interstellar.
Did it?
I'm not surprised.
Jaws won
Yeah,
over
dude, that's
Interstellar,
right.
and what's happened is that some of us older folks, with the movies that we loved, that we grew up with, that we're secure with, that we absolutely adored, took precedence over the newer tech of science fiction, the very best in science fiction that's out in the movie Interstellar, which is just an amazing piece of film.
Which you still
Nobody
haven't
could
seen.
say less
Seen
than
what?
that. So if we were doing newer movies, let's say like from 2010 up, I'm sure Interstellar would be taking the
Right.
cake.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Well, we gotta keep in mind the older is what paved the way for what's out now. I mean,
Exactly.
these movies walked so the newer ones could run.
Yeah.
So in
Yes.
hindsight, we could have done this for, per decade would have been kind of cool. We'll do
Oh, yeah.
the 80s,
true.
90s,
We
2000s.
could've,
We
yeah.
could have done that. But you know what? In talking sci-fi, we go straight forward. We're not scared.
We're not scared. Speaking of scared, I think I should address some controversy that was brought up on one of my earlier comments about a certain movie.
Oh,
There was some, from what I
tell.
understand, there was some umbrage taken about my comment in regards to Avatar.
oh boy.
I just want to clarify that by saying I said what I said.
I said what I said, and I
For
meant what I
shame.
meant.
Stand by my comments.
For shame.
Tall blue Smurfs.
I said what I
Hey,
said, and I
when
meant
we-
what I
when
meant.
the only request I've ever made to you when you edit, usually I give you like free reign.
An
and I just say,
iconic
"Okay, have a field
James
Yeah.
Cameron
day." That needs
director
to be like
who
bold,
does
like
amazing
I said
films
what I said
with an
That is
amazing
flat.
only
movie
thing
with the
that
best
would
of
have saved that
CGI.
movie is if all of those aliens from Avatar were actually on the Titanic and went down.
Jesus.
So bad.
Then it would have been a great James Cameron movie.
Maybe Pandora is just the Genesis planet and it's hours away from exploding.
I gotta say, it was gorgeous at Disney World, though. Saw that at Disney World.
And
one
the
time, it was
Avatar
gorgeous.
ride is freaking will make you almost throw up in your
Yeah.
pants because it is.
Well, I mean, I would expect it to. Just to get on the ride, you have to pay.
It's amazing, dude. The Avatar ride at Disney, you
Well,
gotta
again,
do it.
I'll stand by. The real Avatar is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm on that.
Say it.
I'm on that bandwagon.
Truth.
Well, I'm on that bandwagon that they just copy and pasted the series because there was a season on water, a season on earth, a season on fire, and it's years later.
Airbender, dude. Airbender's
What the
awesome.
young kids, she's spitting.
We are going to do an Airbender episode.
I want to.
100% live action and
Cartoon?
Cartoon. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
Can we
It's
do our
so
other
awesome.
episodes too? We need to I'm thinking
I
we're
need to
getting
watch
to the
the
point where
movie
we need
first.
to actually write down a schedule.
I have seriously
I genuinely
thought
think we're
about
there.
getting.
I have
getting
so
a-
many episodes of the thoughts that we say we're going to do on that pad up there.
I'm
in
about
between
to
all
create a
those things.
separate Google Calendar or something, or
Yes.
like a
Okay.
schedule list, and
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. This is what we do.
There's been a few people that I've talked to that said they want to see us start doing reaction videos to Star Trek Strange
Yes.
New Worlds.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we need to do that.
And I mean, considering the last two episodes that Strange New Worlds has put out, there's a lot to react to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot there. That we
I
can put out.
got some reactions. We were talking about that before we went on tonight. It was, that's a whole different
Dude,
river.
yeah,
yeah.
that's a whole other
All right, so-
follow
Whole other
So tonight,
Anyway, tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen.
redirecting. So we're going to go to our top 16. Does anybody have any
I
news
was about to
they
ask
want
what it is.
I have one piece I just want to share. So for any Star Wars fans out there, The Ninth Jedi is now available. I think it's 7 or 8 episodes on Disney. And if you're going to watch The Ninth Jedi, it's about the daughter of a lightsaber smith. And I'm going to tell you, you have to go back to Star Wars Visions, Season 1, Episode 1, watch that, and then go to Star Wars Visions, Season 3, Episode 1. Back to back into The Ninth Jedi, it tells the story. And we were watching just a tiny smidget of it here, and it looks really, really good. So, The Ninth Jedi is something you definitely want to catch, but do Season 1, Episode 1, and Season 3, Episode 1 of Visions, so that you understand how it goes into The Ninth Jedi, and you're going to love it.
So there is one piece of news that I have to share for us Star Trek fans. So evidently, thanks to Mr. William Shatner as an executive producer of this fine project, the 60-year mission is going to be in theaters this coming October, I believe,
And
to
is it-
celebrate Star Trek's 60th anniversary.
What?
So check out your local Regal Cinema Theater information screen thingy-mabobber
Thingamabobber.
and check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the middle of like a
Wibbly
weird belch. That was odd.
You
Anyway,
okay?
I think so. I think I'm, yeah.
Wibbly wobbly.
So I got one piece of news. The new live-action Legend of Zelda movie is expected to be in theaters around this time next year.
Oh,
and it is going
yeah.
to be the last live-action role of Sam Neill before he passed away.
Oh, wow. That's significant.
Oh, yeah.
Got to see
So, I
that.
mean, if you're a Sam Neill fan, you know him from movies like Jurassic Park,
Yes.
and the role that he played in Merlin was iconic.
Oh,
it's
God,
so
yes.
good.
I'm really curious to see who he is playing in the Hyrule Pantheon. It could be very, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I mean, I only saw, what Savannah gamed, but I'd be really interested to know.
Yeah.
I played Legend of Zelda when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
For I got to say a solid year. I mean, it's almost every night. It's definitely the weekends. You have the fold out map. You're trying to map stuff.
Man.
You almost need somebody to navigate for you.
Well, it was the OG console RPG for like a long, long time. Like anything you've seen it, from Final Fantasy, any of those, all derived from Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to seeing a live action film and
can't
seeing
wait.
how it goes.
That's so good. All right, ready to move on to our top 16?
Let's roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're getting ready to go head to head.
Oh boy, here we go. I don't like this.
I'm scared.
Are you ready? In this corner, we have let's try and not go to two big heavy hitters. We're going to go to everything's a heavy hitter. Doesn't
I was
matter.
gonna say, at this point,
Everything's
At this
big.
point, they're all heavy hitters.
Yep.
I'm scared.
So we're going to go for our first top 16 head to head. We're going to go with the movie. God, I can't do that. Yep, I'm going to do it. We're going to do it with 1982's E.T., which didn't make the cut. So kill that. E.T. got beat by Jurassic Park.
I was gonna say,
The
yeah.
original.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, that.
So we're going to go with Jurassic Park versus the 1982 film The Thing. We have Jurassic Park versus The Thing.
Okay, well, I know. I already know.
I know
my
where I'm
answer.
going.
I know
I
I'm
have
going.
a tough one. So who do we want to start? Maybe we'll go right to left. Maybe Louisa goes first.
Oh, I go first this time.
If
Yikes.
you know what you got. What do you got there?
I'm going Jurassic Park.
Okay.
I was that dinosaur nerd as a kid. That was probably one of my first introductions
Mhm.
to sci-fi outside of the other dinosaur stuff I was reading and watching. So 100%, I'm with that.
We already know what Matt's vote is, but he's not with us tonight, so that is a non-vote, Matt. By the way, our condolences to Matt and
Yes.
his
Yeah.
feline
Yeah,
loss
and his-
tonight and his
yes.
family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so next would that be Will?
It's got to be Jurassic Park. It introduced an entire
Okay.
generation to
Okay.
how cool dinosaurs could be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thing's a great sci-fi film, but Jurassic Park is iconic. So it's
It
gotta
opened
be
a whole
Jurassic
new
Park.
world.
Yeah.
A whole new world.
A whole new world.
Wait, as long as we
Somebody
sing
call
it, fine.
Peebo Bryson.
Jurassic Park pulling in $1.1 billion worldwide. I would say that it has a leg up on the thing from a monetary
yeah,
standpoint.
There was a
Slight
newer
edge,
film.
slight
What
edge.
was it, like a year ago? Like there was another Jurassic Park that came out like a year or so ago, I think.
That's
There's
a
so
franchise that could continue to spit out whatever it can.
It's still,
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely on life support right now.
Yeah.
But it may be at its end, but yeah. Mr. Kaplan?
Oh, I'm definitely going Jurassic Park.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't get the excitement over the thing.
I know. It's just, you've already expressed
it's
you
a
don't
classic.
It's so
care about the
boring.
thing. He doesn't like the thing.
I'm sorry. It's boring.
Well, I'm going to say that Jurassic Park took this. I actually went with the thing. But that's just because I'm an older thing and I love the thing. So
You're an older
Jurassic
thing.
Park.
older thing.
It's an older thing and I love the thing because I'm old and I love this whole thing. But
It's a
Jurassic Park
classic, though. I'll give
is
it
the
to-
winner. Jurassic Park. So advances to the 8.
Everybody can hum that. They automatically know
Yep.
what it is.
So there again are no soft ones here. So let's go with so the next one we're going to go with the 1953 original film War of the Worlds,
Okay.
and that is going against the 1997 film Men in Black.
Still haven't seen either, though.
which actually lost to Invasion of the Bounty Snatchers. I'm
was
just
gonna say-
throwing in curveballs.
Yeah, wait a minute. No, stop throwing in the curveballs. Give it to us straight.
All right. So it's the 1953 War of the Worlds versus the 1978 movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I haven't seen either, so I'm gonna
Abstain.
Yep.
What were they again?
War of the Worlds 1953, 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
War of the Worlds.
Really?
Sorry, it's Will's. Sorry,
That was
Will's.
actually Will's
It's
turn,
Will's
but it's
turn.
okay.
Wow,
I
you
was
just skilled a
I was
Will.
just eyeballing that massive tub of Twizzlers.
I know. I was distracted by the Twizzlers. That's why my response was provided. I apologize.
No advertisement to the Twizzler family
yeah,
people.
eat 'em slow, eat 'em
Hey
slow,
Twizzlers,
I
if you
like
need another sponsor.
Hey, what do you think of Twizzlers?
Hey Twizzlers, if you need
I
another
like
sponsor.
Twizzlers because red vines taste like red plastic. I don't even know. They're red, but they're not vines. I don't even know where the name comes from. False advertising.
It's false. All right, so we have. Okay, well, what's your pick?
Man, I'm an old school sci-fi snob, and I'm a huge H.G. Wells fan. For me, it's War of the Worlds. There
Okay.
have been a lot of remakes of the movie, because it's that
Fun.
good of a story. And I highly encourage anybody here who's listening to go on YouTube and listen to the original radio broadcast.
Yes.
that was
Oh my
created
God.
by Orson
Do
Welles, and it'll blow your mind.
Do it. Do
But
it.
the 50s.
Do it.
The 50s movie was just iconic sci-fi. Again, another icon that just cannot be touched.
So, to give you a quick history lesson, since you've never seen the 50s movie, the radio broadcast, you know how they do like a radio drama or anything like that now?
Yeah.
Like, they tell you
Freak
it's
out
a
all
story,
the Christians.
it's a thing, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, they didn't do that with this. They just went balls deep and said, yep, alien invasion.
Fun.
Martha grabbed the 12 gauge and the truck keys.
People were freaking out. They really thought that they were being invaded by aliens. Like,
Mhm.
people thought what was happening was real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's incredible. And I mean, you've heard Orson Welles. I mean, this is the voice of Unicron from the Transformers movie.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you imagine that deep bossa nova voice?
All because they
narrating
didn't
what
give
is
the warning.
essentially an alien holocaust. I mean,
That's crazy.
yeah, mind-tingling stuff.
Okay, well, it's unanimous. War of the Worlds. I love
Yeah, really War of the Worlds.
the 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Absolutely love that movie. But
Yeah.
I got to give the nod to War of the Worlds. It is a step up in the pantheon of amazing original movies and content made well
yeah.
before this one.
Yep.
So that's a unanimous War of the Worlds. Made it to the Elite Eight. Moving on, we're going to go with the next set, and this might be a tough one. So we're
boy.
going to go with 1977's Star Wars: A New Hope
Oh no. Oh,
versus the
no. Oh, no.
1975 Jaws.
That is.
Yikes!
Whew.
I've already had my answers to this before the show, before I've asked these questions, so I can't change my answer.
I mean, I know my answer.
Yeah, I know my answer.
I know
Yeah.
my answer.
Yeah.
All right, Louisa.
For me, it's gonna go A New Hope, mainly for nostalgic reasons. I mean, I like Jaws, and like I said last time, as an actor, it is a classic in that regard as well. But for me, A New Hope, that like Will said in the last video, that started a whole other franchise, a whole other world that a lot of people now
Yeah.
know and love. And that's that. To put it simply, that's where I'm at with it.
Yep.
And you're still humming Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park now.
Well,
It's A New Hope. Like, Jaws is a cult classic, no doubt. But Star Wars completely changed the zeitgeist of how we tell science fiction stories
Correct.
yes.
in the modern era. It
Agreed.
revolutionized science fiction, and there's never been anything like it since. So it's definitely going to be A New Hope. Very, very little can compete directly with the original
Agreed.
Star Wars trilogy
tough.
Correct.
on a head basis and still stand.
It's
you know?
tough.
Correct.
Mr. Kaplan?
In a great upset, no. Star Wars, A New Hope, for sure.
Star Wars.
I mean-
Star Wars.
You know, like Will said and touched on it so accurately, is Jaws, for what it was, is a cult classic. It is wildly popular in its own right. It has a cult-like following. You know, people went up to Martha's Vineyard this past year to celebrate its 50th.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, it was a big deal and does have a significant following. But Star Wars started something that birthed a whole new arena of science fiction storytelling.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, but because of A New Hope, we got Star Trek the Motion Picture, albeit not the best installment, but hey, we got it, so I'm going A New Hope.
We got it.
Oh,
We did.
Not to mention for Star Wars, it has something for every generation too.
Yes.
Where I mean,
Absolutely.
Jaws, you know,
Absolutely.
had its sequels and stuff, but I mean, there's only so much you can do with
That were terrible.
the same plot
Oh,
over and over again.
Jaws 2, okay.
The second one was
rest-
okay. We
yeah,
don't talk about the rest
We
of
don't
them.
talk about the
And
rest
it's
of
like
it.
And
there's
look
only
how much Star Wars has touched. I mean, aside from still being a relevant franchise, almost 50
Unless Disney has
years
something to say
later,
about
Yes.
it gave us arguably what could be considered the best animated science fiction show in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that too.
100%.
uh-huh.
The best animated science fiction show ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Across
I'd have to
all
agree with
genre
that. I
of
mean,
science.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's unanimous. It's New Hope.
Yeah.
I'm a Jaws has a special place in my heart. We did a Jaws episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic. We had a lot of fun with that. Me and Ian, we have watched Jaws several times.
Many times.
I'd say so.
Both sober
I-
and not.
We have quotes from the movie
Yeah.
over and over, and it has the iconic Quint scene. Will knows about it. He's said it before. But the reality is that we're talking about science fiction. The relevance of Jaws that Chris Morningstar pointed out. He didn't think it was science fiction.
I was just about to say.
I beg to differ a little bit that in 1975 when Jaws came out, science fiction was just starting to broaden out to try and figure out, okay, what exactly is science fiction? It's just all
That's
space.
true.
It doesn't have to be all space. It can be complete and total fantasy. It can be anything made up. So back then, nobody was thinking of this giant great white
Giant
shark,
big-ass shark,
almost as
yeah.
big as your boat that can just eat boats and people. They weren't thinking of that. So I would definitely put this into a fiction realm and put it into sci-fi. But again, that being said, it just when we're talking about science fiction, it can't compete with New Hope for me. It's a
Yeah.
level down.
Right.
So yeah,
Exactly.
New Hope it is. So that makes the Elite Eight New Hope. Next we have up is going to be the 1990 film The Matrix
Still haven't seen it.
Okay.
versus the 1982. This is the original Blade Runner.
Haven't seen it.
God.
This for me, before I told you guys what I just said, was a tough go. I made the decision. Like I said, I had to do it before the show because I'm the one putting this out. But this was the toughest decision I've had to make in this 16. This was the toughest for me. And I am so curious to know.
What was the original
Time.
pairing from the previous episode with Blade Runner?
The original pairing with Blade Runner beat out 2001, A Space Odyssey,
okay.
That's
which
right,
I
that's
couldn't
right.
believe happened.
So, I have to be
It was a
honest
bit of a shock.
with our viewers and with everybody here. I completely spaced on what the second option was. You're going to have to replay the video to find out what I actually picked. I think I picked 2001
You did, yeah.
because I completely forgot that the alternative was Blade Runner. So I'm about to redeem myself in this cycle, but here we go.
Well, just to let you know, it was a 3-2, Blade Runner 3,
Mhm.
2001
being
too.
close,
So it was
yeah.
close. It was very close.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you picked 2001.
Oh, Louisa?
Louisa,
I abstain. I haven't seen either.
abstain.
I didn't exist yet.
Comes
when they
down
came
to
out, so-
3.
All right, so follow my thought process here.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had 3 amazing movies from The Matrix, and nobody can argue that those were incredible movies.
Nope.
Mhm.
You know, and they came relatively close to each other in the chronology. And then that was kind of it for The Matrix. Like, we don't really hear much about it anymore. It's still highly regarded as a great science fiction series.
Yeah.
But people still talk about Blade Runner as a paradigm shifter.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole, the whole speech that Rutger Hauer gave at the end of that movie is still quoted by people all the time. And I'd have to go with Blade Runner because it's another one of those movies that left you kind of wondering. And I
Yep.
like movies that leave me kind of wondering what the real ending was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It messed with your brain. It made you question, what you started to think in the very beginning of the movie. I loved it. So for me, I mean, again, not dissing on the Matrix movies. I love them. I think they're great. But it's got to be Blade Runner for me.
Yeah.
It's a great pick. Mr. Kaplan.
I'm going to go Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go Blade Runner.
Tell us why, sir.
I think Blade Runner captured a different, something emotionally was captured different in Blade Runner.
Yes.
That's
a great way to say it. Yeah.
That was it was a harder pill to swallow, but it was a cinematic masterpiece way ahead of its time. It is when I first watched it, it was a long haul for me to watch the movie because it was a longer, drawn out movie, and it is slow in spots.
Yep.
But once you watch it, and then you go back and you watch it a second time, and then your third and your fourth watch through, I mean, you're feeling for things that you didn't catch before. You're feeling for, in some cases, some of the artificial life forms throughout the movie, where you're torn. It's Blade Runner was our first example of a true, I would say almost, crap, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like the sci-fi opera, like the
Space opera.
It's a space opera of sorts.
Yeah. And a lot of the questions that were being asked in Blade Runner, particularly in regards to, like, is AI, once it's sentient, alive? These are questions we're asking ourselves right now. So, I mean, it's a very relevant movie for today's day and age, too.
It is. That's a great pick. My pick's going to be Blade Runner. Mm-hmm. I couldn't go with Matrix over it, and
I love the Matrix. Don't get me wrong, but no.
I think it's safe to say we love all of these movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
To pick one over the other might be just a hair. I mean, we're giving it just a hair over the other one, but my reason would be more to the fact that we had Star Wars in 77. We had Empire in 80. What actor was in both of those movies that's in Blade Runner?
Harrison Ford.
Right.
Ford, absolutely.
By Empire, as fans, we loved Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Like, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
Then he appears in this off-brand movie as something completely different that was amazing. And we're like, wow, he transformed into this other character, and we believed it. Mm-hmm. He's no longer Han Solo, he's Blade Runner. And it was believable.
Yeah.
And because I really loved his Han Solo character and loved him in Blade Runner, I bought in full in. I was just like, this is a great movie. So,
I have to say, I am absolutely jealous of y'all that were in the late 80 time frame. Late 80s.
Because you guys got to
amazing
live
late
through
70s and early 80s.
Did you have an awesome time? Did you drink awesome shooters and listen to awesome music and then just sit around and soak up each other's awesomeness?
Because those were like the golden age of original science fiction.
yes.
I mean, just look, we've gotten decent originals post that, okay?
Yes.
But those are like the iconic original science fiction movies. Like, those are, like, I feel like they're pillars of science fiction, right? And Blade Runner is in its own little pillar in and of itself.
Yeah.
That just exists.
Well, what you're saying is that the 80s, for the start to the mid 80s is when motion picture was at its peak, at its time of tech that was the green screen, and theaters worldwide were at its very peak of how much money can they get you to buy the popcorn and the candy and the sodas, because they were making a killing. There was no HBO was part-time back then. It came on from like 6 to 12, and that's it. There was no Cinemax. There was nothing else. There was no streaming. You had, what was before VHS? It was
Betamax.
Betamax. But you had Betamax. Trust me, these things were gigantic freaking rectangles of death.
Yeah. Yep.
And you were lucky to even have a Betamax machine. Those are reserved for people that were well-to-do.
I'm looking up what a Betamax is.
So they don't even know what the
I've heard
Betamax
of
is. I'm just saying.
I've heard of it.
It was a wild time for sci-fi.
Oh, yeah.
Lee remembers, like, we had E.T., we had Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator.
Explorers. We had The Last Starfighter.
Yes.
We had The Black Hole. We had all of these incredible movies in a relatively short amount of time. So, yeah, plus the action stuff, too, like Indiana Jones, Alan Quartermain and The Lost City of Gold. I mean, the list goes on and on. I won't take up a whole lot of time, but yes, it was indeed a very cool decade to be alive.
It was.
Other stuff that was happening, the Berlin Wall coming down, and
and not to stay in that whole thing forever because we're trying to do this going to the Elite Eight, but 100% correct. The 80s for me in my lifetime was probably the very best decade that I've ever experienced in my life, leading up to now. Now, that's just saying that I was young. I didn't have a lot of responsibility or accountability. It had some of the best music, some of the best music videos, some of the best fashion. Amazingly, some of the best movies and science fiction. It had some of the best everything you could imagine. It had The Miracle on Ice. I'm just saying, it was an amazing
We Are the
decade.
World.
We Are the World,
Yeah,
dude.
that
Remember
was
that, man? Remember
Oh.
You're saying this like you remembered it.
We didn't start the fire.
I just remember that that's when it came out.
We didn't find-
Oh my god.
The music was incredible.
If
Not
we
even
weren't,
to-
if
not
we weren't
even-
on the
It really
podcast,
was, man.
Not even that. To be around when a lot of those musicians were, I would have given anything to especially like listen to a lot of Michael Jackson stuff come out in real time.
All right, I'd like to say that this is an upset. Blade Runner over Matrix, because you would think Matrix, being a solid franchise,
it's
with a solid,
well. To be fair, let's
Actor.
back up a second. Obviously, the original Blade Runner is untouchable, but Blade Runner has spun off a couple of other movies that were okay.
Yeah.
They weren't the best, and they did okay to honor the original movie. But yeah, I mean, you're looking at the Matrix as a whole versus one single movie. If we're looking at franchise to franchise, I'm still going Blade Runner, but they both have their own merits.
Yeah, he wasn't John Wick status in Matrix. If he was John Wick status in Matrix, we'd probably be picking Matrix right now.
I kind of want to see a
so
blend
much.
between John Wick now and Neo.
Do a
Honestly,
Neo John Wick.
sidebar, I'd love to see Keanu Reeves play Batman.
Oh, he would be a badass Bruce Wayne.
He'd be this badass Bruce Wayne and a badass Batman. People sleep on Keanu Reeves. Not only is he a wonderfully decent human being,
Yes.
he's a hell of a good actor. You know?
We need to reach out to Keanu Reeves and get him on the podcast.
That'd be crazy.
Blade Runner is unanimous.
He probably would.
He probably
He's
would.
that low freaking key.
Yeah, Keanu, honestly, dude, if you're listening, I'll 3D print your bat suit for you, dude. Straight up.
Yeah, right. We
I'll
can.
do it
Hey,
right now. I got
we can do this
machine.
lo-fi.
We all love puppies.
Yeah.
Keanu. We all love
Yeah, we
dogs.
all
Puppies,
love puppies.
kitties.
We all love animals. All right, moving on to the next. It's another big one. So, 1980, Empire Strikes Back is going against the 1981 film Escape from New York. I already know my answer, of course, because I had to answer before this.
That's an easy one right
That's
there.
That is
easy.
a very easy one.
That's easy.
Louisa,
Empire.
1.
100%.
Will,
I mean, it's Empire. I love Snake Plissken, and that's a kick-ass movie, but...
God, I love
mean,
Snake Plissken.
It's like if Tyson fought an infant.
Jesus.
Hey,
That's where we
yo.
are with that one.
I totally get that. Kaplan? If he can get off his phone and pay attention to the
I'm
podcast
paying
that we're trying
attention.
to
I'm
do.
paying attention, and it's going to go to something dark side.
Something dark side. Something complete.
That's why you were looking.
That's why I was looking it up, because I wanted to make sure I was, yes.
something.
So it's going to be unanimous.
Strikes back.
It's a unanimous foursome.
Mr. there's no more Windex on I cannot be...
That was definitely one of the top 16 mighty versus tiny. So that wasn't too hard.
That really was.
This is going to be a weird one. So let's throw this one out. Our next one is going to be the 1979 film The Black Hole, which we all adore and love. Disney's venture into science fiction, which I still think is the most highly underrated Disney science fiction film they've ever come out with and created.
Absolutely.
Especially in 79? Oh, Disney, what are you doing? We all thought they were crazy, but wow.
Yep.
And that is going against the 1988 movie, which is another cult classic and a film I love, They Live.
No. This is relatively easy.
Yeah. Are you abstaining, Louisa?
I still haven't seen either. So
Abstain!
Abstain.
Will.
The black hole. Definitely the black hole.
Gotcha.
Maximilian Schell, y'all.
God, stop talking about him.
Artist Born 9. Anthony Perkins. Come on.
Yeah.
Yvette Lemieux. I mean, come on.
It is
Yes,
such a great movie.
it's a fantastic piece of freaking movie theater. It's amazing.
Plus, Maximilian's my dude. You know.
Obviously, I'm putting you down for Black Hole.
Obviously,
yeah,
yes.
that's a given. It's 3 unanimous Black Hole, and
Yeah.
now that being said, They Live. When that movie came out, it was on TV for me. I saw it on TV. I saw it with my father.
It freaks me out.
I didn't understand it at first. I didn't understand what exactly was happening, but
Right.
it's about, I'd say 2/3 in, then you got turned on to, oh, okay, now I see what's going on. And then I was all in like, this is amazing. They have Rowdy. Was it Rowdy Piper? No, it was the Macho Man. Was the Macho Man or Rowdy Piper? Which one was it?
Oh, it was Roddy Piper.
Yeah, it was Rowdy Piper. Yes.
Yeah.
God, and I just adored him, and of course I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. You can't. That's so iconic. I love that so much. But yeah, you got to go with Black Hole. It's so good.
Yeah. There's a lot of political narrative in They Live too. Like as an adult, you start to kind of like get it, and its take on like corporations and government control and that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
As you get older, it's a deeper movie, but Black Hole is just terrifying. It's just terrifying, man.
Okay.
I still get chills every time I hear Maximilian, and that those words. Yeah, man.
La 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 la.
Show a big. Do me a favor. Show a big picture right here
La 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 la
of
la.
like Maximilian.
I mean, I was gonna see if I could just try to find a scene where it's just that sound. But
So
I mean,
for those that don't know, and those maybe if listeners do know, I have nightmares of Maximilian to this day, of this freaking giant red robot with.
Have
the
you found the one
spinning-
that you threw?
No, I threw that one that Ian got me down the hall and probably in the fire pit, but he's coming down the hallway at me, and I'm just, trying to run backwards. I'm running backwards.
Oh my god.
It's so
Hey
awful.
Lee, for your interest, man, like Polar Lights is coming out with a Maximilian model kit.
I was getting ready to go there.
I so don't want to even see that or investigate that at all.
You know,
Absolutely want nothing to do with that.
that would be a really easy kit to light. You just need a glaring red eye.
That red eye, dude.
Oh, there's a guy who's working on a motor kit right now for the blades.
Oh, fantastic,
Yes.
Lee! I
Yeah.
know what I'm getting you for your
I
birthday.
know the sound from the movie. It's a whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want it.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
Okay, we're moving on fast
Can-
from this one.
Can I just say something about the list
Yeah.
real quick? I am rather offended that Ghostbusters isn't on this list.
Oh,
Ghostbusters did not make
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
50 in
That's
science fiction movies.
crazy.
Isn't it ridiculous?
That's crazy.
It did not
well,
make
because it's lame.
Well, I think Ghostbusters was more fantasy side than science
Yeah,
fiction. A lot
yeah.
of films didn't make the cut because they were deemed more fantasy than sci-fi. But again,
Yeah.
3 different sources, top 50 list. This is what we had for the 32, so we're just going to
Right.
go with it. Our next one is going to be, this might be a little bit difficult, so we're going to go with The Last Starfighter, 1984, versus a film that I really loved, 1996, First Contact.
Oh.
No contest.
No,
No
contest,
contest.
says this guy.
No contest. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I
Nope.
can disagree
I have
with
a
sorry,
that,
vote,
but
though.
I'm sorry.
I have a vote.
Louisa, are you in on this one?
I'm gonna have to go First Contact.
There's
Yep.
one.
I'm
Against The
gonna-
Last Starfighter?
Yes.
Well, I also haven't seen that one in full, so.
Okay, well, it's pretty amazing.
Mainly why.
I don't know why I'm even asking, Will. Go ahead.
I mean, The Last Starfighter is a great flick.
It really is.
Cinematically awesome. First Contact is cinematically beautiful.
Mhm.
Yes.
It is a beautifully done movie. It's a perfect Star Trek cinematic release.
Yes.
It's going to be First Contact for me. Just for the Enterprise E alone.
Yes.
For John Eves' Enterprise E and some of the beauty shots that we get, and the storytelling too. I mean, it's as close to a perfect Next Generation Star Trek movie as you can get. It's Star Trek: The Next Generation's movies equal to the TOS movies Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
I agree 100%.
100%. Yes.
That's dead on.
That is a great way to put it.
Mr. Kaplan.
First time. First Contact, for sure. For a lot of the same reasons that Will said. It is the perfect... First Contact is neck and neck with Wrath of Khan as far as quality of Star Trek film.
Absolutely.
Neck and neck. Undiscovered Country's right below that, but maybe a little, like an inch or two below that. But First Contact is right there. You don't touch First Contact the same way you don't touch Wrath of Khan. It has its own following, and it just incorporates... First of all, they could have stopped making Next Generation movies after First Contact, and I would have been happy.
Yeah, I hate to say it like that, but yeah.
Insurrection was good.
Yeah.
Nemesis was okay, but they could have stopped after First Contact.
Nemesis was not okay. Stop lying.
Okay, all right. Nemesis was not great.
That was a rough watch, dude. Nemesis.
The movie was hot garbage. I love Star Trek, man, but Nemesis was...
Minus the Reef at Enterprise and the Romulan Warbirds.
Minus the Reef at Enterprise and the Valdor-class warbirds and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, no.
This might be a tie.
What?
No, I'm kidding. Louisa abstains. It's not a tie.
Louisa didn't abstain.
I said First Contact.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is unanimous. It's completely unanimous. I want to say I absolutely... I voted First Contact because that is my favorite Star Trek film, period.
Yeah.
My favorite. What they did with that movie is... It just seems to supersede anything I've seen since First Contact came out.
Yep.
Every movie that's come out after First Contact has not evoked emotion in me or the need to want to see something more than First Contact. I can watch this movie over and over, and it gives me the same thrill and the same passion and the same fun that I want to see over and over and over. It never loses its luster, is what I'm saying. It's it's solid. It's so good.
The line must be drawn here.
That being said, I hate to say that Last Starfighter loses to this movie because The Last Starfighter represents something that was, when I was younger, it was the very best of what I thought was out in science fiction, and it had, a heavy-hitting cast. I mean, Robert Preston was in this movie. Robert Preston, research and Google Robert Preston. This guy has been in so many movies. Musicals. The Music Man, for God's sakes. Louisa, you know The Music Man? You know The Music Man? That guy was amazing. That's an amazing movie. I hate to say that the First Contact takes it, but it's got to. First Contact's got to take this one.
I don't think we can count it as a loss, though, because when we look at these two movies, they're just completely different in... they're in our category contest because of how we're doing the podcast and everything, but they're two completely different types of science fiction movies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, I mean, Last Starfighter, for its own category of, mid to early 1980s sci-fi, feel-good, positive, action-adventure sci-fi, is a crusher and would stand up against anything else in that category.
100%.
Well, I think it'd be fair to say and safe to say that if it weren't up against First Contact, I would have probably picked Last Starfighter.
Yeah, because we all love that movie. We've talked about it many, many times on many, many different podcasts. We did a podcast on this Last Starfighter. We did. There was everybody knows we adore it.
The Last Starfighter is dead.
So First Contact moves on. The last of our 16 to 8 is going to be...
I'm scared.
Should be. Everybody should be scared. It's going to be a 1997 film, Event Horizon.
Oh, shit.
Oh, love. Against the 1982 film, Wrath of Khan.
No.
I knew that was coming somewhere, man. I was waiting for the sleeper punch.
I was waiting for it.
What I love so much is right now we are on the verge of having 2 Star Wars movies and 2 Star Trek movies go into the Elite 8 to battle it down to the 1. I think that's amazing.
You are now one of my elite employees.
So we have Event Horizon versus Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Louisa.
I'm about to get disowned, and I'm about to get a look from my own husband.
It's okay. You say what you feel.
Event Horizon.
Okay. tell us why.
I mean, from what I've seen, I was wrong last time. I had seen a good chunk of Wrath of Khan between my mother and from you. Mm-hmm. But anything that blends, any genre that blends horror, you got me. Because I am such a horror thriller fan. I'm an actor, but I'm also a scare actor in the Halloween season, for fuck's sake.
Hell yes.
I live and breathe that shit. So for that reason...
They scare the shit out of people, and they love it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I made grown men cry. It's so great.
It's kind of hot.
Sorry to say that. Cry babies.
So, for that reason... Sorry, Mom. Event Horizon.
That's awesome. One for
Sorry,
Event,
Mom.
one for EH. I think I already know the next two, but Mr. Wilbart.
Oh man, it's Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
It's Wrath of Khan. There's just no way for me to properly articulate how much I love that movie. So that's where I'll stop. It's Wrath of Khan.
No problem. We get it. Mr. Kaplan?
I don't hate your pick at all.
Oh, okay.
At all. Like, I am...
But he's not going to agree with you.
I would be decidedly more conflicted if it were another movie.
Okay.
Dumb ass. That was funny.
Dummy.
Anyway, Wrath of Khan.
Fair.
Monster Maroon, Ricardo Montalban, fight scene in the Mutara Nebula, and of course, Khan! Okay, anyway. I just upset your
You
meeting.
just upset the dog.
Pissed off all the dogs down there. They're freaking out.
But did you guys see what I did in the last video when that
that's
came up?
funny
I
as shit.
pulled that scene from Family Guy with Stewie. Did you guys see that? Yeah, I pulled up the scene with Stewie. He was the most...
Yes. Oh my God. Human.
I referenced that scene.
God damn it.
I referenced that in the video last time.
We knew that's what Will and Ian were going to pick, and there's no hate with that. I also don't hate that pick, Event Horizon.
Oh no, I don't hate it at all.
Strong movie.
No, absolutely.
It's another strong.
This is another.
Listen, this is the one that I'm on my own for. That's fine. That's fine. I will happily go with that.
I would be the tiebreaker because I already picked, but it's going to be Wrath of Khan.
Fair enough.
Because
You can't pit Trekkie against Event Horizon with a movie like Wrath of Khan and expect us to turn our coats.
of course.
Yeah, no,
of course.
it's not going to work.
Fair
But as
enough.
a person who is not a Trekkie,
Now, if you had Final Frontier versus Event Horizon, yeah, I know where
Event
I'm going.
Horizon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
Event
massive.
Horizon.
Section 31 versus Event Horizon.
Section 31 is not
Section-
even a movie.
It's
31
it's dog
versus
shit.
anything. Yeah,
it's
so
terrible.
Wrath of Khan moves on to the Elite Eight.
Fair enough.
So now we have 8 head-to-head
Oh, no.
movies of the biggest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the biggest movies in science fiction history going head-to-head to get to the final 4, 2, and then our winner. This is going to be big, everybody. This would probably be a time where we want to take a break,
I'm down. That's fine.
mellow out
Yes,
for a
fine.
second. Everybody get their heads together before we just blow your minds with the 8. Because this is coming up fast and heavy.
Yes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the break, you still haven't gotten us any approval.
Welcome back, and I have no approval from
Damn it.
Aerosmith to do that because they are just, I need
Damn it.
2 licenses,
Damn it.
and then I need to get their approval, and then we got to pay them money. We got to pay them money.
That's all money.
We're not going to do the back with the music. I can do the back, but you can't have the music, so kind of puts a dull edge to it. But we are back with our top 8. The top 8 best science fiction movies in the history of science fiction. And we're going to go to 4, 2, and then our number 1. This is going to be a fast end.
I don't like where this is leading. I will already admit this.
Yeah,
I
me
don't like where this is already leading.
So I left out citing the sources until now because I wanted to get to at least 8. To let you know the 3 sources cited for the top 50 that I had to pick the 32 out of. So it's going to be from IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Reddit. These are the sources cited for the top 50 best sci-fi movies ever, which I had to pick for 32, but they're all relevant and the best of what these 3 sources said. So that's how we got the list. Obviously, there are going to be movies on the top 32 that we thought there should be more because there are thousands of science fiction movies that we all
Yes.
no, and more than the 32 that we appreciate and thought should be on the list. However, I didn't want this to be biased on our opinion. I wanted it to be from outside sources. So we are down to the top 8.
Oh boy.
And then going to our top 8 to try and get down to 4 of the very best science fiction movies ever in the history of science fiction. We're going to start off with War of the Worlds, 1953, versus First Contact.
Oh, fuck!
Oh! I've never even seen War of the Worlds, and I know how. Oh,
War of
my
the
God.
Worlds, the original sci-fi, the OG of sci-fi, versus freaking Star Trek First Contact that we all adore.
No. I'm sticking to my guns.
This
I
is
know
the
my answer.
first one.
I know my answer. I'm sticking to my gun.
And if we need to take a second while our minds are blown, because if you're watching this, your mind's probably blown if you love science fiction as much as we do. Minds are blown right now.
Make no mistake, there is going to be one of these picks where there's got to be like a nuclear explosion.
This is a tough one for me. Now that these movies are all down to the final 8, I did not have an opinion of where they're going. So now I have to formulate an opinion.
You have to.
Before anybody gives an opinion, because I'm the one saying this, I'm going to give my opinion now, and I'm putting it down. So I'm solid on my pick. So we're going to start with...
so you're not going to announce
I'm not
it until...
I'm not going to announce it, but... Louisa, this is your pick to make.
I'm gonna have to go First Contact for me.
Okay. Is it because it's a newer movie and you're...
Just
you know,
I've seen it. I know. I mean, I know of War of the World, but I haven't. I don't know. I appreciate it for what it is, and in ways it was one of the first of sci-fi. But just like I said earlier, these movies walked so the newer ones could run, and Star Trek First Contact. Oh, it ran. So yeah. Yeah, First Contact.
Salt water. That's a great pick. Don't hate that at all. Mr. Will Barton.
War of the Worlds.
Gotcha.
Star Trek First Contact is a phenomenal movie. We're talking about H.G. Wells, one of the founding fathers of science fiction.
Right?
Yeah, true.
I don't know of anything that could really stand up against that.
Preach on.
So it's War of the Worlds for me. As much as I love Star Trek, it's War of the Worlds.
And just so everybody knows and understands and's been listening and watching, Will is a hardcore Trekkie. Hardcore. Mr. Ian Kaplan.
I understand and appreciate the legacy and the mark that H.G. Wells left on science fiction. I understand the legacy and mark that specifically War of the Worlds left on science fiction and storytelling and the concept of alien invasions. I mean, it was one of the original alien invasion movies, one of the original founding pillars of science fiction, as far as it being, everybody had to be from Mars if they were going to invade Earth. So from that standpoint, it is iconic. It is above and beyond anything. But I have to pick Star Trek First Contact because, for sentimental reasons, over anything else, the first time I saw War of the Worlds was in the living room at my parents', but the first time I saw First Contact was at the movie theater with my father. And that was one of the first movies that he and I got to go see in the movies together.
Understood.
So, if nothing else, from the sentimental standpoint, it's going First Contact.
Okay. We have the first tie of the entire series.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Between War of the Worlds and First Contact. I am with Will on this one, War of the Worlds. I love First Contact, like I said earlier, in the 16 is my favorite Star Trek movie. Mm-hmm. They outdid themselves and blew me away. I absolutely adore it because I'm a next-gen fan. I love everything about that franchise. That is the very best of Star Trek movies they've ever created, in my opinion. But come on, man. It's War of the Worlds. It is the foundation, the father. So,
we need a point.
now that we have a tiebreaker, we're going to go into what is going to break the tiebreaker. I thought long and hard about this when I first came up with this idea, and the tiebreaker is going to be that I'm going to pick two people to go head-to-head to say why their pick is better than the other one. I'm not only going to moderate, but I'm going to be the decision maker of the head-to-head.
I was going to say, this seems like this is going to get long and drawn out.
It's not. It's really not.
Oh,
You've got 1 minute. You've got
on Google.
1 minute, and I will time that 1 minute.
Have Ian represent first
So
contact.
since we only have, well, we have 3 people, right, that have weighed in. So we're going to go with the.
We have 4 people.
No, because I
Counting
can't be
you.
in this. So
Okay.
out of the 3 that we have, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 3. Tell me your number. Will Barton, what's your number? 1 to 3.
2.
3.
3.
It's Will versus Ian.
Fuck.
I'm going to set the clock. This is just what we got to do. What we got to do. We're setting the clock right now.
I was just going to flip a goddamn coin.
Sorry, we're not flipping coins. We're doing this. This is what we're doing.
I didn't prepare for a test.
All right, I got
Ian Kaplan, tell me why First Contact is better than War of the Worlds. You have 1 minute.
So, First Contact overall is going to be, in my opinion, the better story. It really emphasizes something that kind of got left to the wayside in Star Trek Next Generation and the Apocrypha of Patrick Stewart being assimilated by the Borg. So we finally got to see more of a turnaround from him there. And got to see more of the PTSD. We got to see that first kink in the armor for Jean-Luc Picard. And in a lot of ways, it was his redemption and his vengeance story without it being a vengeance story. Which is not something we got to see a lot of in Star Trek. But it also circled around First Contact with the Vulcans. We got to see that historical moment that we'd heard about within the series. And, I mean, from there, it's just fantastic. It's a great story. It's a phenomenal story.
Can't hate that at all. Good job there. Mr. Will Barton, are you ready? You have, sir.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute, go.
So it's a foundational masterpiece when we're talking about one of the more influential pillars of science fiction, particularly the alien invasion catastrophe science fiction genre. Every movie that's ever been made since the 50th War of the World has come out has followed that same blueprint. It's revolutionized science fiction. It's been translated into 82 different languages. It's been reprinted more times than any other science fiction movie ever made. And you can watch it now and it still holds up and it's still relevant in science fiction circles today. It is to science fiction what Macbeth is to, stage plays.
Yeah.
Good point. Good points, both of you. And very strong. Hard to pick between the two. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to side with Will on this one, just from the standpoint that it is the foundation of everything to come. That it is something that nobody knew at that time. It took on the entire, dare I say, the United States, but the globe. People that were listening to the broadcast of the original radio. This really changed people in such a way that First Contact is beloved. We love it because we love Star Trek. But this movie changed the entire globe, especially people in the United States, and it had a deeper, bigger impact than First Contact did. So I'm going to side with that, and we're going to move on. First Contact gets knocked off,
That's a hard argument to
unfortunately.
make, man. I felt like I was turning my coat on my roots there for
You
a
did
minute.
not. You made a good point.
I have failed.
I also feel like for time's sake, maybe we should just do a coin flip.
No, we're fine. We're in the second part with this. It's fine. Okay, ready to go?
Spoken from
Next
the
one.
editor, but he ignores the editor.
Yeah.
Next one. This is going to be New Hope versus Blade Runner. Maybe this one isn't so hard. New Hope versus Blade Runner.
Mine's easy.
I know my answer.
Yeah.
I'm covering the answer so nobody can see.
All right. All right.
That would be.
Oh yeah, I go
Louisa.
first. Shit, sorry. A New Hope.
Okay. Because it's
It's
just
the same thing I said earlier. I mean, not just for nostalgic reasons, but that was the movie that took off an entire generational franchise.
I agree 100%. Mr. Will Barton.
Yeah, it's A New Hope. Again, I said it before, I said it again. There's very little that's going to stand up to the original Star Wars trilogy in a head-to-head, all-out brawl.
Agreed. Ian Kaplan, you could be the tie or the tiebreaker.
Oh no, we're not doing any more ties. It's A New Hope.
I'm already stressed that I may have to defend a movie.
It's unanimous. New Hope takes it. New Hope moves on to the final four.
I'm stressed.
Next up is another blockbuster. Or maybe not so much. Empire Strikes Back versus The Black Hole.
Oh no. Oh
Louisa.
no. Empire Strikes Back.
It's a good pick. Will?
Oh, man. Yeah, Empire, man. Empire.
Going with Empire.
Ian's gonna explode.
Okay, Kaplan.
It's okay. It's okay, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
Say what you feel.
In an upset, I'm going to go Black Hole.
Okay. He's saying what he feels.
Because it proved Disney could do dark. It proved Disney could do something a little bit more less playful and less princessy.
Yeah.
Which at the time was
Which was everything that they did, and it was getting annoying.
Which shocked us all back then.
But it also, I would probably say that it is Empire is a good Star Wars movie, but it is not my favorite.
Oh, I love it.
Talking sci-fi people, especially Star Wars people.
Oof.
I don't know what he just said, but it just made me almost pass out. So, this Empire being the very best of
I said what I said.
Star Wars.
I said what I said.
Just blank that out. Blank that out.
Man,
Star
what he
Wars people.
said.
Rogue One is the
Man's
superior
got to
movie.
do what a man's got to do.
Okay. You know what? You stand on that. So, Ian Kaplan is standing solo. Empire is the winner. I picked Empire as
Which is
well.
another Star Wars movie. Anyway.
And Empire moves on. So now we have two Star Wars movies back to back. We have one more left to enter the final four, and that is
Oh
Jurassic.
God, no! I know where this one's going. No, I don't like this.
Oh, man, here we go.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this. No, and I
It's
know
coming at you.
I know what
You can't
that
stop
is.
it.
I know what it is.
Rolling at you.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Say it.
It is Jurassic Park versus Wrath of Khan.
Oh shit.
Personally, for me, I made the decision.
I already know. I
just need to know
shite.
what Louisa believes.
Jurassic Park. I'm that dinosaur kid. Alright.
Jurassic Park for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian's rethinking the marriage. My mom is definitely going to disown me now.
Oh no, I'm not rethinking at all.
My
Many
mom is definitely
marriages
going to disown me now. I'm sorry,
Based
Mom.
on science fiction.
You know what
movie
you
picks.
raised, Ma. You know what you raised.
Mama.
I love
Mama.
the dinosaur.
Will, what do you got?
Wrath of Khan. Definitely Wrath of Khan.
And those of us that know Will knew he was going to pick that one. Mr. Kaplan.
The Wrath of God.
It is a 3-1 Wrath of Khan, and Wrath of Khan moves on to
Fair enough.
the
Dinosaurs
next.
is a hill I will die on by
The
myself.
final
That's
four.
fine.
I don't like this. I don't
Ladies
like
and
where this
gentlemen.
is setting
I'm
up.
scared.
People of all ages.
I'm scared.
We are down to our final four.
Mom,
The
I'm
final
scared.
four is like the kind of shit that wars have been fought over.
Yes.
Oh no!
So in no particular order, we're going to get down and go with... Let's go with... God, I didn't think it would ever come down to this, but it's coming down to it.
Oh no.
Louisa. We have Star Wars A New Hope
Okay.
versus Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Shit.
Oh.
My mind just blew up, and I'm not even here anymore.
I was ready for a Star Trek versus Star Wars. I was not expecting a Star Wars versus Star Wars.
I thought so too.
No matter what happens, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
I'm gonna have to say Empire.
Okay.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but that movie in itself, at least from my understanding, was groundbreaking in a way where it wasn't a happy ending.
Correct.
In that of itself. It was a truth bomb, and then the heroes didn't win.
I love that perspective. Love it.
It was different.
Yep.
It wasn't all, yay, everything went well, yay, yay, yay. Oh, no. Your hand got cut off, you found out your enemy was your father. Travesty.
That is a canon that Star Wars fans have
in a nutshell,
fought over.
In a nutshell.
It's true.
I'm going to be honest, for that reason alone, that was... And I feel like this story had more depth to it for that reason.
It's a great pick and great reasoning for the pick. Thank you.
That's my hot take.
Will Barton.
Empire.
Okay.
Empire.
What reason?
For so many reasons. But more among the others, that it fleshed out what A New Hope had already put together. We found out that Vader was Luke's father. It fleshed out a lot more of the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
It gave us some new characters. Gave us Boba Fett. Gave us Lando Calrissian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gave us a lot of really cool ship designs that we hadn't seen prior to.
That too.
Right.
Yeah,
Particularly like the Executor class.
Oh, yeah.
It's Empire. It's Empire.
Gave us Slave One, for Christ's sakes. That ship's amazing. Small, compact, and just ready to go at toe-to-toe with anybody.
And if I'm also going to, from as the only kind of woman in the room, we saw more range from Leia in that movie, which stood out to me as a kid.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why, looking at her as a little girl, and that movie especially, we saw a lot more range to her to that, and yeah.
Mystery and Kaplan.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to
Actually, I'm gonna go Empire because
wow.
I do like Empire over A New Hope.
Oh.
Just from a story standpoint. Again, no, it is not my favorite, but I'll go Empire on this one. Mm-hmm.
You realize I was going to be mad at you. I wasn't going to be mad at you if you said New Hope, right? I'm just making sure.
I'm bracing for the upcoming.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's coming.
I don't like what's coming.
I
hate what's coming.
I, of course, am Empire all the way. It is the very best movie that Star Wars had ever put out.
Yes.
It gave us not only the bridge from the foundation of New Hope, but bought us so many new characters, so many new worlds, so many new ships.
Yep.
And based on those worlds, characters, and ships, it also made those iconic. So it didn't just stop at Empire. It took everything from there, the Landos of the world and the Cloud Cities, and it made that ingrained in our mind so that it stays there forever. And Empire really told the story of Star Wars from an evolution point of Luke and all the characters in it. And Louisa said it best, the evolution of Princess Leia coming into her own, really becoming a forefront and confident. The person that we didn't know would evolve like that, but quickly just became that confident person and a very strong character to rival any male character in that movie whatsoever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it represents the very best of Star Wars.
Yes.
To not only the fans of Star Wars, but to the science fiction community. It is the very best that Star Wars has put out. So, great picks all around.
I'm scared.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm scared.
All right, so we have in our final four, we have New Hope, we have Empire Strikes Back, we have War of the Worlds, and we have...
Well, we already decided on two, so now it's going to be...
Yeah, what are the other two?
Did I have War of the Worlds and...
How are you losing track of this?
Oh no, just take a look at that real quick.
So I have
War of the Worlds.
Uh-oh.
It's Invasion. We got War of the Worlds, right? This is our four. We got New Hope, Empire, War of the Worlds, and we have... That's Jurassic Park. This is...
That's Wrath of Khan.
That's Wrath of Khan.
Why would you rate Wrath of Khan like that?
It's okay. We're down to our last...
Sir, TWOK.
Wrath of
The Wrath of Khan.
K.
Come on, man.
OFK. Okay, we got 4 to go down to our 2.
OFK.
We're down to 4 to go to our 2. You ready?
WTF.
You gotta write down Empire.
This
here.
is now. Okay. All right.
Right,
So
yeah,
we're
you
down
gotta
to our
write down
next.
Empire. That's
we're
why you're
down to our
getting
last one.
confused.
Okay.
Okay, right. So now the next pairing
Oh
off is
my
going to be the one that we don't want.
Oh my
I
god.
can't believe this movie is. How is this movie still surviving right now?
What's the next pair?
Okay, so the last to go to our 2 is going to be
Oh.
Wrath of Khan versus, and I don't know how this movie survived, but it did, War of the Worlds. Louisa.
Wrath of Khan versus what?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. It survived this long.
Oh,
The original War of the Worlds, which we love, has survived this long, and I think me and Will have been at the forefront of pushing this movie through. But
This
it
is your
has
fault.
lasted.
This is your fault.
War of the Worlds and Wrath of Khan.
I
brings
know
us
where my
down
pick
to our
is.
last
I know
2.
where my pick is. Which means I know where this ends, and I don't like it.
I've made my pick. Louisa, go.
This is Wrath of Khan.
Okay. Mr. Will Barton. This is tense. This is anxiety-driven tense. The stress level. Come
Is
on,
it
Will.
my turn already?
It's your turn, buddy.
Oh, man.
You want to take a deep breath in a brown paper bag? You okay?
War of the Worlds is a science fiction masterpiece that's foundational in regards to modern science fiction storytelling. And it absolutely kicks the crap out of Star Trek First Contact. However,
However.
it's
It's tough, dude.
so Wrath of Khan is arguably what has kept the Star Trek franchise alive. It's what redeemed Star Trek the motion picture, and it is without a shadow of a doubt the reason we have as much Star Trek content today
Yeah.
that we do. It literally is the flagship of the foundation of the franchise. It's going to be Wrath of Khan for me.
It's the FFF.
So WOFF.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. Mr. Kaplan.
It doesn't negate War of the Worlds as a science fiction masterpiece, but there's no War of the Worlds franchise.
Don't start moonwalking
Yeah.
now,
Star
Will.
Trek
Don't moonwalk now. You already made your pick. Kaplan.
Can I just say that I'm relieved that Will and I are still friends after this? Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught it, Will, but you said War of the Worlds. My drink was here, and I stopped. I did not continue to drink. I was like, what is he saying?
I had my glasses off specifically because I didn't want to look at my face when I said that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our top 2.
Well, what's your pick?
It was.
It doesn't matter.
It
Wrath of
was
Khan
not
won
Wrath of
regardless.
Khan.
It wasn't Wrath of
It was
Khan?
not. I went with the original. However, I just want to say my love of Wrath of Khan would put that directly below First Contact. It's First Contact, then it's Wrath of Khan.
But you were going to put War of the Worlds
Yes,
ahead of Wrath of Khan.
yes. But it would not have been ahead of First Contact. So if it came to First Contact, War of the Worlds, I would have picked First Contact. Because I like First Contact better than Wrath of Khan. Or War of the Worlds.
Fair.
What?
Do you understand the reasoning?
No!
So what does it matter? It's all Star Trek.
I was
dude.
to say
It's still
it
the
doesn't
same.
matter. It's
No.
It's the
It's not all
eliciting
Star
some
Trek.
emotional responses from Mr. Kaplan that he's just out of
It's
control right
not all
now.
Star Trek.
It's Star Trek still won. It was 3-1. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Fuck
are down
off.
to our decision
Fuck
for
off.
the number 1
No.
science fiction movie all time based on 3 different sources. And no surprise to me whatsoever. It's come down to Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Of course it did.
2 of the best,
Did anybody
greatest.
else really expect anything else?
No, I mean, yeah.
I
I
wasn't
feel
sure.
like the only way for anything else to win is if we did not include any Star Wars or Star Trek movies in this at all.
100%. That would have been good.
Maybe that should be a separate video. We just do another.
We'll do a different stuff
but
like
this
that.
doesn't involve
We ought to
anything.
consider doing next time, like a countdown of movies without the Star Trek or Star Wars franchise.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think
We'll do
that should
that.
be a separate thing.
No two great franchises. Leave them out.
Yeah.
That includes
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Marvel and I mean, not that Marvel's put anything good out here recently. Anyway,
Marvel's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying. So we're down to
Oh,
the top 2 for our number 1.
I'm stress eating Twizzlers.
Greatest science fiction movie ever in the history of science fiction movies. And we are down to, no surprise to me, the number 1 Star Wars movie for Star Wars fans. It still remains The Empire Strikes Back versus arguably the number 1 movie for Star Trek fans everywhere in Trekkies, Wrath of Khan. We are down to Empire Strikes Back versus Wrath of Khan.
I don't
We
like
have
this.
4 decisions.
I don't like
I am making
this.
my decision now,
I don't like this.
so nobody can see it, and I am asking my co-hosts what their decision is for the number 1 movie all time, Louisa.
I mean, so correct me if I'm wrong, Star Trek fans, because again, I have not seen Wrath of Khan in full. But in similar vein to my point about Empire Strikes Back against New Hope earlier, Wrath of Khan in a way gave us that same shock factor
Oh yeah.
with Spock dying
Yeah.
and killing off a main character.
Oh, it did. It
Yeah.
was shocking already.
And I remember
Shit.
my mom. That's one of if not her favorite characters. I remember at one point she told me how distraught she was watching that in real time and it happening.
Going mouth to mouth.
So I feel like I can't even use that argument to back up Empire because Wrath of Khan turned around and did the same thing with Spock in a way of just that shock factor. So
It's tough. Doesn't matter what fan you are, what franchise. This is a tough one. The toughest, I think.
I need to call my therapist. I need to call my therapist. Shut up. I think, but in reality, I'm gonna have to go to what I know better, and that is Empire.
That's not a bad pick. Don't hate that pick because it is tough to pick between these two So basically, we're picking between franchises, number 1.
Yeah.
But 2, we're trying to be
Yes.
as unbiased as possible to pick the movies head to head. Which movie, production, acting, everything was better than this movie? So
What-
to try and be unbiased
Right.
is asking
What-
too much of us
What years
because
did they come out again?
we are staunch Star Wars and Star Trek fans.
What
So
years did they come out again?
Empire came out in 1980. Wrath of Khan came out in 1982. They are 2 years apart.
Okay, so Empire came first.
You know.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a very tough ask of, and we're not even a split audience. I'm obviously a massive Star Wars fan, but as I've said many, many times, Star Trek is an incredible franchise with true value and amazing characters, amazing worlds. Everything about it is awesome. I literally put Star Wars here and Star Trek just a smidge
Can we just rip the
below.
Band-Aid off an ass, Will?
Mr. Will Barton, what's your
Yeah.
answer?
I mean, it's going to be Wrath of Khan for me. As great as Empire was, I've already highlighted how Star Trek Wrath of Khan redeemed the Star Trek franchise and gave us what we have today. But it was a complete paradigm shift from what we had seen before. It was the first real head-to-head gun battle between starships. We saw the Enterprise take a massive amount of damage. We saw Spock die. We saw Kirk's son and family revealed. It completely shifted how people viewed Star Trek and gave it a much more aggressive, edgy, militaristic type of feel to it. And while Empire really fleshed out the Star Wars universe, I'm a Star Trek fan, and I got to go with what I know. And I know them both, and it's going to be Wrath of Khan.
I don't hate that. It's a good pick, dude. Mr. Kaplan, what is your pick?
The Wrath of Khan.
Okay. Tell us why, sir.
My co-host, Will Barton, said it beautifully. Wrath of Khan showed us an alternate view of what Star Trek could be. It could be the action movie. It could be the dramatics. It could be the heartbreak. It could give us more than just solving the great universal mystery, and it fucking brought back Khan, man. I mean, Khan was, in just the original series episode he was in, Space Seed, was a memorable villain. And to have Ricardo Montalban step back on screen and reprise that role that was beloved.
From Fantasy Island. Guys, you love him some, Ricardo Montalban.
It was the ultimate nod to the original series as far as, yes, we are respecting what came before, but this is what we're doing now to keep Star Trek relevant. And Will had mentioned it earlier, the Wrath of Khan was and is... If Wrath of Khan had not been the success that it was, Star Trek would have probably tabled for another 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever, until somebody else decided to revitalize it. But because of the success of Wrath of Khan, that's when they greenlit all the other movies to get moving. So I'm going Wrath of Khan.
Nobody could hate that pick because it's a fantastic.
This is gonna be a tie.
movie.
This is gonna be a fucking tie.
Okay, so it is 100% a tie. So
bitches,
and it's not a terrible thing. So we're down to our number one, and we're tied, split between Empire.
Can we just leave it at
and Wrath of Khan. So here's what we're going to do. Because I now cannot be an objective viewer, so we have to go to somebody that would be the most non-biased of the four.
Oh,
I'm going to put that on you, Louisa.
Ah!
Sorry, but you're going to have to be the one. It cannot be Will versus Ian, Empire and Wrath of Khan. It has to be Ian or Will versus me, because that is the only way that this is going to be truthfully played out, one versus the other. Okay. Because
I don't see a problem with that.
I'm a Star Wars fan. Both of these folks are Star Trek fans. I am a Star Trek lover, but I am not a fanatic of Star Trek. I just really love the content, and I watch all of it. So it has to be me versus one of the two. So I would say pick a number between 1 and 2.
No.
Or we're gonna have.
I yield my time.
You're yielding
to the bald gentleman,
to the orator, the guy that sat before freaking Congress and talked about crap before. Nice job.
I yield my time to the bald man and with glasses.
Okay. Wait, am I defending Empire?
So let me make my final statement, if I may. Because there's no wrong answer here.
No,
that's the first thing that we have to address. There's no wrong answer. But I'll say it to you like this: Star Wars, in its basic foundational structure, is always going to be about conflict. No matter what you do, every spin-off that we've seen, every incarnation of Star Wars has always been about conflict on some level or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Star Trek has always been about exploration and the idea that there are ways for civilizations with disparate differences to come together and work together, that exploration is a foundational structure of humanity, and none of that would be where it is right now had we not had Wrath of Khan. It doesn't negate everything that Empire did for the Star Wars franchise, but Star Wars in its essence is always going to have some form of conflict, because there always has to be, for Star Wars to exist, a good versus evil foundational structure. Star Trek is about the empowerment and education of humanity and its desire to go out into the stars and not take things over, but explore simply because there are things out there to explore. Mm-hmm. That all happened because of Wrath of Khan. That's all I got to say about that.
I'm doing some quick numbers thing.
So I'm going to just jump in, and I'm going to talk about some of the things you had just expounded upon. Will, you talked about Star Wars.
Oh, wait.
Well, he just had to say.
I know. Is this your closing argument or your opening argument?
Are we have opening and closing? He said that's his closing.
He said final thoughts.
We're doing opening and closing arguments?
This is my final.
Oh, because wait a minute.
You said what you had to say. This is the closing.
I was timed. Will was timed. I don't want you going off on some soap opera about Star Wars for 25 fucking minutes.
And
so I want to make sure you're timed.
Here comes the bias from the Star Trek guy. Okay, I'll just make it quick. And talking about conflict, Will said about conflict in Star Wars, I agree. It is about conflict. But it's about so much more than conflict. When it first came out, it was about a not Star Wars space conflict. It was about a space opera. It was about a universe of so much more than spaceships just shooting at each other in conflict. It was about world building. It was about character building. I thought they made that true not only in Star Wars New Hope, but they built that up and evolved into Empire. Empire led into many new characters, many new worlds, which opened up the entire franchise to something bigger and better. Is there conflict in Star Wars? Absolutely, but there's a lot of conflict in Star Trek as well. If anybody wants to debate the conflict in Star Trek, that's a whole new podcast because there's lots of it in there, as much as there is in Star Wars for sure. Mm-hmm. Would I say that there's more races involved in conflict in Star Trek? There is than in Star Wars. More races involved with conflict. Exploration, I give the nod to Will. Star Trek is about exploration and scientific discovery, and I give that nod. Good versus evil. It is a good versus evil type of scenario in Star Wars, but there are many different levels of good versus evil when you have people that are not force sensitive, that are trying to do good. You have the gray Jedi. You have different levels.
Just talk about Empire.
A quick end.
Stay on target.
We're talking
Stay on target.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Here we go with the bias. He's leading into my time.
Using a Star Wars line.
In the end, I will end with. Not only does every Star Wars fan I know, a slight nod to Rogue One, but believe that Empire is the number one film all time for Star Wars. The disparity between Star Wars and Star Trek and the franchises, everybody knows. Money-wise, marketing-wise, franchise-wise, TV series, movies, it's all Star Wars over Star Trek. Period. That's the reality.
That doesn't touch on the movie to movie. You're breaking your own rule.
The movie to movie is that Empire...
Wrath of Khan versus Empire Strikes Back.
Why am I having a debate with you when I'm trying to put final thoughts?
You're the one who's making the final call.
This is about me speaking and you're talking. You should not be talking at all. The franchise is bigger. Empire's a bigger movie. It made more money. It made a bigger impact on the science fiction community. Period. I'm done. Now it's your call to be the tiebreaker. You should not have chimed in, because did you chime in when Will said anything?
No, I didn't. But you started to generalize way too much.
Because Star Wars is so much it's so big and broad.
No, you started to generalize.
So you had to be the judge.
We have to stick between.
So you had to be the moderator when it was Luis's job to be the moderator. You had to step
Were you going to call him out on his bullshit, or?
I think Luisa was just letting somebody speak.
If I can be completely candid, I didn't see much of or hear much of a difference between.
Freedom of speech in this country, right?
Okay, we're not going there. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Nope.
There's no way for this argument to go on and for friendships to be maintained. It's impossible.
I am just going to say, in this battle to battle, I believe there's no number one.
I
think that there's a way to do it and be objective about it.
There is no number one in Wrath of Khan versus Empire. But if there is to be a number one, that is Luisa's job to say so right now. Personally, for me, I don't know about Will. I think he just kind of said it. I don't believe the two. I don't think there can be a number one or something over.
I'm about to flip a coin.
Yeah.
I did.
How about that one? Did you like that? A little humility?
That was good. I'm proud of you.
Oh, my God.
For God's sake.
I will say, I did a brief, check.
A little research?
A little, yeah, because then I wanted it to go down to which two of the franchises, not only, I don't want to say which one was more successful. But
influential?
Which one was a more... if you went up to someone who knows nothing about science fiction, would they recognize a Star Wars character more, or a Star Trek character more, or a Star Wars line more, or a Star Trek line more? And after looking it up, I can't fucking win here.
Just say it.
Fucking win.
Luisa, just say it.
Star Wars.
Boom. Matt Martin, when you see this, you know what's up.
Chris, you
Jake Gold.
Chris, you're in the same boat with me, okay?
Chris, maybe a slight nod, but you never know with Chris. He goes a couple different ways.
And my only reasoning was because when looking both up, non-sci-fi fans are more likely to be able to point out the ships from Star Wars, the characters from Star Wars, the music from Star Wars, versus Star Trek.
I want to know how you asked the questions in Google, because I just feel like
I
that
did it
is
multiple different
wrong.
versions. It's not.
So for talking sci-fi,
wrong.
It is not.
We've made the decision. Louisa has made the decision. The tiebreaker is Empire.
I'm walking home.
I have dissipated.
That being said, I've already said that I don't believe there is a winner here. I believe the two are equal. I believe the franchises are
That's not true.
Fantastic.
You prefer Star Wars.
When he keeps talking out of his mouth, he pisses me off more and makes me want to tell you how much Star Wars is better than Star Trek.
I don't want to choose. I think it should just stay.
But I think Will made great points, and I think the two are very equal footing. It's hard to say that Empire is better than Wrath of Khan. They're iconic. Both of them have made the franchises what they are, for sure. There would be no more Star Trek without Wrath of Khan. There would be no more Star Wars without Empire. The bottom line is they made the franchises better. Both franchises are amazing. I don't want to put one above the other. It's not about how many movies and series. It's not about the amount of money they made. It's about how they made us feel. It's about what do we love and how did they evoke the emotion and passion out of us to make us love these franchises, these characters, these movies. I love Star Trek. I love the characters and love everything in it. And I love Star Wars. So I don't know that there's equal footing with me. It might be one above the other, but they are very close. And for me personally, I love both franchises. They're the number 1 and 2 or number 1 franchises in science fiction history. No other franchise can even compare with them. The Battlestars, everything else, nothing compares to them. But that being said, I don't think there's a winner here for a clear number 1. And I really believe the number 1 is up to each and every one of our listeners and viewers for you to make your own decision.
Yes.
Fair?
Works for me. I think when you talk about these franchises that people are so ingrained in the fandoms that most of us love both, but when push comes to shove, the Star Wars people are always going to go with Star Wars and the Star Trek people are always going to go with Star Trek. And very seldom are you going to find a situation where those two lines are crossed.
Yeah. It's a tough sell. So, you know what? We went down, and what a great thing we went down to our number 1, and it is Star Wars versus Star Trek. I didn't think of those terms.
Me having to be the mediator is going to keep me up at night.
I never thought in terms that those two would come, to 1 and 2 and go at it, but it makes sense. When you have two iconic franchises with the very best in movies that we've ever known and watched, how could it not be, head to head, 1 versus 1? So I believe really what this list represents is that our viewers and listeners will make their own opinions on what their number 1 is. This is obviously opinions based on just us four. We took 32 movies of the very best between 3 different sources and brought them down to number 1. We could literally do 100 movies, and they still wouldn't encompass the full scope of the science fiction movies out there that we could still throw into the top 100. There are a lot of missing movies here.
I still think we should just do one that doesn't involve anything Star Trek or Star Wars, and then I feel like we could actually have a genuine number 1.
So somebody write that down right now before we forget to do that episode. Bling!
I also need it to be known for the viewers. I have recently started to lean more Star Trek while watching things.
And still pick Star Wars.
Hence why I'm
this guy hates every second of what's going on right now. I'm telling you, he hates life right now. Will's a little bit more objective. This guy's... Look at his face. Look at this guy. Hey, fella.
Watch your hand. Careful with your hand.
Hey,
I'm more worried about the pain in your hand right now.
I am too, but I've had a few bourbons.
Mom, I'm sorry.
You know what? It's been a magnificent part 1, part 2. The part 2 has shown that no matter what the 3 sources say, no matter what all our opinions are, the bottom line is what you think and what you love. Your number 1's going to be different than the rest of us. And this has been a lot of fun for us to, chew these movies down to give our opinions. And they've been some tough decisions. This list could be different. If we think about it, maybe we do the same show next week, and we bring all these movies back out, we could think on it and go, I should have probably picked this one, and the list can be different. So every week it could be different when you think about it.
We should do a franchise dive and pair off the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Star
yeah.
Wars, Star Trek, Jurassic Park.
And actually break down the movies on which one's number one. Yeah, agreed.
Franchise number one.
I like that
like
better, so they don't have to go against each other.
I absolutely love that the deciding factor tonight is the person most not wanting to ever make a decision in science fiction, Lisa, against
I'm gonna call my
the
therapist
husband, and everybody that's closest to them has to make that decision here on YouTube. It's amazing. Absolutely adore it.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't get to choose to be great. Sometimes greatness is thrust upon you.
We have to do a pound for Louisa right there for making that decision. Just put it right up there and shake it up.
Oh my God.
Boom! Nice.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
We
It's
should
all gonna
probably
be better.
end the show before we ostracize half of our fan base.
I was gonna say yes, please. By God. Okay. So yes, thank you for joining us on this episode. Thank you for joining us on this episode. If you are looking for the podcast, we are on Facebook, Talking Sci-Fi Podcast. We are on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to
TikTok.
hit TikTok. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, which you put somewhere around in this screen.
Ding.
Without further ado, Mr. Lee Ferguson, Mr. Will Barton, Louisa Davis, live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.
So say we all.
Alonzi.
Oh, good night.